Why don't you talk a little about that and what, how you set it up and what its intention?
That series is really something that began coming to me over the past couple of years. And as you probably know, things do not really come into fruition until it's time. And it wasn't really time until the last part of last year when I started to get more of the outline of it. And then over the holidays, traditionally over the holidays is when I take some downtime, some input from Spirit, and really get a sense of, well, what's next? How can I be of the most service to the most people, and what is really needed now? And this is when that came to me, the various elements of it. And it's really an experiential kind of course over a number of weeks where the people involved will have an experiential process. And they'll have my involvement, they'll also have a group of other divine changemakers all around the world. For our first course that we're starting next month, we have people on every continent that will be in the class. And so it's a collection, it's a community. And it's also knowing that not only there are others out there doing spiritual growth and working on themselves, but they're working on these kind of processes at the same time that you are. And that's very empowering.
And describe the processes?
There will be a number of processes that will be building over the initial one will be 4 weeks. And each week there will be process for the person to really contemplate on. There will be specific tools they will be given and things they'll be working with. And then we come together at the end of the week after having a personal check-in with me during that week, and we'll do a group process and a guided meditation and process.
And is this all cyberspace, all internet-based, or is it?
Yes, it is all cyberspace, but it's also connection. There's a personal connection and there's a group connection. So
but
that means
not
people,
in the same location.
Not in the same location. We have
physical.
people in Europe,
Right.
South America,
Okay.
Asia.
Okay.
And we're all coming together. Isn't that what we are?
Right.
We're one planet.
Right.
We're one human family.
And the beauty of the internet in that way is there's no time and space in
Yes.
that way. So yeah, go ahead.
And it's also, I'm approaching it really, it's a way to reestablish how we learn. And it's helping us to change our focus, because what most of us were conditioned with was very punitive. It was very rigid. For example, if you got an assignment from a teacher on a Monday, and you didn't look at it on a Monday and get it done, then what? So this is not like that. This is really on each person's schedule. There will be information given out, and each person on their own time frame will work with it.
Yeah, we talk a lot about doing things joyously and
Yes.
lovingly.
It's to have fun with it, really.
Right. Right. And go ahead. So talk more.
So it's really applying a different way of learning and also developing oneself and one's connection to the divine, to spirit, and having that be more integrated. And the people coming to this initial course, the ones who have signed up for the first one, they are already connected, but it is going to a deeper level. And you see, the deeper levels are really needed now, because this is not your ordinary moment that we're living through. These are times of very massive changes, unseen by any generation before. We need new tools, new processes, and a deeper connection to ourselves and to spirit. And that's what this course is designed to do.
And so take us through it a little. Take us through how we would move through a course like this.
As I was describing, it will be individual
and collective.
And the individual processes, they will be given out each week, and each person will work with them in their own way. There will not be.
But is there like an overview that in terms of dealing with like power issues, as we describe power? Is there a definition of power in this context? Is a definition of, are there definitions, or are there guidelines? Or
yes, there will be. There will be a focus to each part of the series.
For example, why don't you take us through some
For example,
of the
in the first part of the series, it will be about change. And not to really get into the exact processes, but it will be having each person develop, first of all, a different relationship with change. And a different relationship with the many changes not only already happening in their lives, but the new ones coming in. Because that is going to be essential in moving forward. That is going to be essential in each person being able to stay in their power and not go off on some deep end. And so there will be specific processes given out in each week, and they will be building. And then again, there are these, once a week we'll have the guided group process as well that will relate to that.
Mm-hmm. And so in your intention with these guided processes, there will be input from the entire group.
Yes.
And feedback from the entire group to serve the whole.
Yes, there will.
And then, and it's a living organism, so as
it's a
it goes
living,
along.
breathing organism. It will be changing week by week. I have a lot of it already, not only in my mind, but some on paper. And as I've learned with everything else I've done over the last several years, is that to remain fluid. It changes day by day, sometimes hour by hour. Sometimes as students are gathering for something,
Right.
I'm getting a
it's
whole
alive.
new thing.
Right, it's alive.
So it's about being fluid.
Right. Yeah, we talk. There's a lot of breaths between here and there.
Yes.
So
And it's also
a lot
allowing for where people are at.
Right. Yeah, dealing with the situation as it exists.
Yes.
Not the way you wrote it a week before.
Right.